Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Jurassic World Evolution 2 live stream. My name is Jens, I'm part of the community team here at Frontier, and it is my pleasure to tell you that the Feathered Species Pack and Free Update 6 is out now as of about an hour ago. on PC, on Xbox, on PlayStation, on all the platforms where you can possibly play Jurassic World Evolution 2. And this is very, very exciting. It's been a lot of fun seeing everyone's reactions to the free update, to the different species that we have in the Feathered Species pack as well. And on this here launch live stream, we're going to talk about the free update, and we're also going to be talking about the fantastic, wonderful, amazing species in the Feathered Species pack. And it's lovely to see so many people joining us on a much earlier stream than what we usually do, but that is how it is when we have a launch stream, and we are also excited about what's happening. So we're going to be having a lot of fun today. Luckily, I'm not going to do everything on this stream all alone. I'm joined by two wonderful people from the amazing Jurassic World Evolution 2 dev team. Say hello to Brian and Emma.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the stream, both of you.
Thank you.
Stream debut, I think, for both.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah.
Not done this before, but I'm very excited.
Yeah. How does it feel to be on the sofa?
Ooh,
very comfy.
Yes, it's much comfier than I expected when I see it on the stream usually.
Yeah,
Yes,
we try to make our guests feel as comfortable as possible before we broadcast them to hundreds of viewers watching us from all over the world.
That makes sense.
So, you know, just to remove any nervousness and all that stuff. For some people might not know you because obviously you haven't been on stream before, so why don't we start with some introductions? Emma, why don't you begin introducing yourself to the community?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, my name's Emma, and I'm one of the concept artists on Jurassic World Evolution 2, and I got to design some of the dinosaurs in this lovely pack. Dinosaurs and prehistoric species.
Yes, should be worth mentioning that it's not just dinosaurs, it's prehistoric species. So, I mean, as a concept artist, what do you... I know this is a big question, and I kind of hate to be asked this myself, but what do you do as a concept artist?
We draw the dinosaurs.
Right.
For the most part, yes.
Well, straight to the point.
Yeah,
There's more, but
that's the gist.
The general
log
gist of it.
line.
the general gist,
Ah,
yeah.
cool. Brian, let's jump in with you.
Right, so most of the things I'm going to say will match what Emma said. But my name is Brian. I am also a concept artist on Jurassic World Evolution 2.
All right.
And I have also designed some of these wondrous, fluffy creatures that we'll be looking at today.
That's so cool. And there's plenty of fluff to go around as far as the creatures are concerned. We will get to them at a later date. First, I want to talk a bit to both of you. I mean, all the developers I've had on stream always tell me that, you know, even though it's my job to look at all the player reactions, obviously you can't help yourself and look at some of the player reactions yourself. How's it been seeing all the excitement, all the like amazing reactions that people have had to these animals?
Yeah, no, super exciting. I saw when they released the teaser trailer for it, everyone just sort of went ham completely. It was just a lot of excitement, which is very nice to see because some of the creatures in this pack were the first ones I got to work on when I joined Frontier last year.
Yeah.
So, like for example, Dinocaris was the very first thing I got to work on. So it's very nice to sort of see that out there.
See all your
and
work
see
come
all
to fruition.
Yes,
basically.
and then see all the positive responses to them.
What about you, Emma?
Yeah, I think it was kind of, it was just incredible, like overwhelming, but in a very good sense, like overwhelmed with joy, seeing how happy people were seeing these fluffy creatures. They made us so happy. It was so hard to not tell everyone about them and have to wait until they were announced.
Yeah, because you really just want to jump into every single discussion and just be like, oh yeah, here's everything you need to know.
It's hard to resist sometimes. It's hard to resist. Like, no.
Comment here from Sir Allosaurus over on Twitch saying you guys did a stellar job. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
Thank you
shout
so
out
much.
of course to the rest of the development team as well for all their impeccable work. The Park Insider says, I'm already in love with the Sinoceropteryx and its animations. Which,
Hard not to be.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, exactly.
True.
Hard
This
not
is
to
true.
be.
Very cute.
The Pink Panther says, you Tyrannus, let's go.
Yeah.
Lot of love for the feathered species coming in with this.
Oh, look at that little guy.
Yeah, you get to see it later. We're seeing some lovely things flying around and doing some cool stuff here. So let's get to my next question. Yeah, we're going to take a closer look at the expansion very, very soon. Obviously, you both worked on this. You did amazing art for it as well. What's been your favorite thing to work on? We'll start with you, Emma. Do you have a favorite dinosaur, for example, or species,
so
I guess,
hard,
from the pack?
they are all some of my favorites.
Right.
I think my favorite would have to be the Sinoceropteryx because I just want one. Like in real life, they're about the size of a cat, like a large cat in real life.
At least a plushie, right?
Yeah, they'd be perfect to just pick up and like snuggle with.
Yeah,
And
they've got the long fluffy tail.
yeah, they might
everything.
claw at you a little bit, but you know,
I mean, that's
all
that's-
cats do.
I was about to say cats do
Yeah.
that too.
Average, typical cat, just like a Sinoceropteryx.
Do you have a favorite?
I do like all of them, to be fair,
Sure.
a lot. And I really enjoyed working on the patterns for like the Jlopterus because it looks like a cute flying hamster.
But I think hamster was
hamster, yes. Hamster is
the
term.
wording that Reddit
Exactly.
used.
But I do have a soft spot specifically for dinocars, just because it's the first thing I see in there,
Yeah,
and he's just got like a really long, silly duck face.
Yeah. I mean, on sort of my end of things, obviously I work a lot with putting things up on social media and like obviously I see things that I work on being received by the community. What's it like seeing and knowing like this is a thing I worked on, it is now in a game? I mean, it's been so long that you've been working on this, like you said,
been a while,
it's
yeah.
the first thing you started working on, but I don't know, I feel like, to me at least, it would have been quite incredible to just finally be able to see, oh, it is in the game now, it is out.
Definitely, I think that's a good way to describe
Yeah.
it because it's almost hard to describe the feeling,
Sure,
right? Because
yeah.
it's like it's finally out there, it's in a game, and it works, and it does all the things you would
Yeah.
hope it would do,
Yeah.
right? Because like it's got the cool animations, it looks great. All the character and animation, all the other teams, they did a wonderful job on all of these. So
See,
it's just very exciting, I think.
yeah, we make a 2D concept, we draw it digitally
Yeah.
on our computers, and then we give it over to the 3D character team, and then they 3D model it and they send us back an image of it, and suddenly this
It's
very
real,
this
sort of.
very cute fluffy creature is now like looking at you, and it's like
Sure.
real, it's 3D, and then you see it in the game, and then it gets animated, it starts moving around, and then my favorite bit is going in and hearing the sounds they add to it.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
Love
yeah,
the
yeah.
sounds, yeah.
They do such a great job on that.
The audio team, I mean, obviously everyone in the dev team, very creative people, but some of the things that the audio team does where they would just take a sort of innocuous sound and just sort of twist it around and edit it and make it into a new thing, and then you hear it in the game and you think, yes, this sounds like what I assumed this thing would sound like. It's really cool.
It's also great when sometimes it's just like little voice bites of the staff themselves, and they just twist it,
Yeah,
and
no one would
rip
know.
it until how would they know? Yeah.
So what sort of research goes into some of these designs?
A lot.
Yeah, so I can describe the process roughly if that helps. So
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
usually when I'm given a specific dinosaur to design, I tend to sort of dive into what they know about it. So I look at the wiki, I look at all the other stuff that's online. Like, does it have any, especially if it has any like particularly very distinct elements about it, like maybe it has a funky beak or a weird nose shape or a cool big crest, something like that. That's usually what I tend to focus on because I want to make sure I get that sort of right.
Yeah.
And sort of unique in its own way. And then I start just gathering reference from creatures that either remind me of it or could be cool inspiration for it. And then I just sort of start mixing and matching elements and smashing things together, painting on top of it until I get something that looks kind of
That is
okay.
the gist, right? You just smash things together until it looks cool.
Yeah, you just smash a bunch of things together until it
Yeah.
looks
I feel like
cool.
that's the sort of general gist of how they did it in Jurassic Park, sort of in universe.
Probably,
Because they
yeah.
say like, oh, we filled in
All
the
these random
genome
animals, yeah,
with other
throw it in.
things. You know, you
Yeah.
got frog DNA, you got a bit of this, a bit of that, and just like,
Yeah.
does it work? Yeah, sure.
And then
Enough.
you sprinkle some Jurassic IP over
Yeah.
it and make sure it fits. And then as long as it feels like a real creature that could sort of work, it's okay, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's one of the challenges, right? Because we're a Jurassic Park game,
Yeah.
and we're designing these creatures. We want them to be accurate to the latest paleo research, while
Yeah.
also keeping it in style.
Yeah.
Sure.
in-
Yes. I mean,
so
it
it
has to fit
fits.
into the universe.
Yeah.
It's still
for sure.
Jurassic, Jurassic World.
Well,
Yeah.
on that note, I could maybe view.
Oh yeah, let's show this off.
Good point.
Hello.
So,
this is my skull of the Tyrannus.
Yeah, I mean, model obviously, another
Yeah,
real
no,
life
it's not the real
Tyrannus skull.
thing.
That
This
would be
isn't the-
incredible.
It's not my size.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of the things we'll use when we're designing the dinosaurs. We'll look at the skeleton, we'll look at the fossil evidence. And in this case, I was very lucky to have found this actual replica that we could get. So while I was designing it, I got to really see how the skull looks like in 3D, and there's a lot of kind of features you can like gather from just from this. You can kind of see
because
how it's structured.
if you see this in like from the side on, it's easy to lose the little nuances, right? Like for example, the ridge in the middle gets kind of flattened out if you just see it from the side, right? It's like,
that's so cool, though. That is really rad.
Oh, yeah, and I brought these with me because they happen to be my favorite dinosaurs, the Sinoceropteryx and the Tyrannus, and I just have these at home because I love them so much that they'd fit in.
I like the skull looks absolutely incredible, and I would like to have one of those as well.
Yeah,
so.
over a fireplace or something like on a shelf.
Just, it's a talking piece. Like someone comes in, like, oh yeah, here's my dinosaur skull, and
I tried finding one for the Dinoceropteryx because it's got such a weird, long, ducky face. I couldn't find any.
They should make one.
They should.
We need to get working on that.
So, working with these feather species, obviously you work with some of the other species we've added to the game as well. Is there a difference to your overall approach, or is it generally the same when you create these, like the concept art and design?
Right. I think you're the best one to answer that one, because I have worked on a few scaly species, but not that many.
Yeah, I'd say it's actually quite similar. I mean, in some ways it's maybe it's a bit easier because you've got a large amount of the body that will just be fur.
Right.
You can look into, we think about what kind of fur textures are going to be. So the Tyrannus in the game has got more of like a, kind of like a yeti. I don't know how to describe it. It's a bit more like ruffled, a bit more shaggy.
Texture.
Yeah. And the Dinoceropteryx, I think, has a different
He's
texture.
very, like when I originally concepted his fur, I was looking at things like American bisons and some more like rugged creatures, because it's basically a big walking swamp monster, right? When you think about it, that looks very friendly and does a lot of scritchies. So I was expecting it to have some sort of like a rougher, kind of more swampy fur, but not like the really droopy bit. Apart from the tail, of course, it's got the nice big broom tail.
So we're gonna jump into the game and we're gonna see what these feathered species look like. Before we do that, I just want to mention that, obviously if you're joining us, hi, this is the launch stream for the Feather Species Pack that we launched today for Jurassic World Evolution 2. And we're going to do some giveaways later on in the stream as well.
Exciting.
And before we do that, I just want to give a shout out to I think Emma's parents are in chat and watching, because I saw a message earlier saying that they were very proud of you. So that's wonderful.
Nice.
So shout out to Emma's parents.
They should be. She's great.
And but yeah, before we jump into the game, let's roll the trailer for the Feathered Species Pack, and we'll be right back after that.
Attention, park managers. Prepare to welcome some new feathered species into your park. The Dinoceropteryx is a heavily built, large animal featuring a striking feathered ridge, an elongated snout, and 2 gigantic forelimbs. Its impressive size provides helpful defensive capabilities. The Jlopterus. Its large eyes, multicolored feathers, and tiny frame make for quite the eye-catching addition to your park. A generous wingspan enables precision in flight maneuvers, and its extra-long claws ensure a smooth landing. The Sinoceropteryx. Small, agile, carnivorous. Up against one, prey might stand a chance, but against a pack, perhaps it won't be so lucky. The Tyrannus sports 2 sharp horns and is almost entirely covered in feathers. They're known to instill fear into their enemies with their ferocious roar.
That, of course, was the trailer for the Feathered Species Pack, out now for Jurassic World Evolution 2, and you can buy it wherever fine Jurassic World Evolution 2 software is sold. So that is Steam and the Epic Game Store and the PlayStation Store and the Xbox Store. I'm probably forgetting something because I think we're on the Windows Store as well, so excuse me for forgetting, but that is it. Yeah, it is out now. A lot of hype in chat for the trailer. People seem to be enjoying it quite a lot, which is very, very great. Very, very good. And yeah, you can buy it now if you want to. But we're going to jump into the game and talk a little bit about first the free update 6, which has launched today as well. And then we're going to take a look at some of these lovely feathered species. So I think then, Adam, please, if you could, head on over. So first up, we got the cinematic camera, and it's now in goat cam, which I learned today has a goat cam. Basically, if you use the cinematic camera and you activate feeder view, it will literally give you a view of the feeders.
Fish cam.
And so we've got fish cam, we've got goat cam.
Love fish cam.
To be fair, from a human perspective, goat cam is probably the most appropriate.
I think so, yeah, probably. But you can also get these lovely views of Sinoceropteryx, for example, which is just so
Sleepy
cute.
Taking a little
cam.
nap.
Yay! I just love it. I just love the tail.
Yeah.
Like, it reminds me of
Raccoon. Or
yeah, like raccoons or ferrets or things like that. And
Yeah.
some of the animations that the animation team did also made it look a lot like that. So I think it's
We
really...
looked at a lot of raccoons and
Lemurs too, right?
yeah, and there's this really cute animal called a coati. I think it's
Oh,
from
yeah.
South
Coati
America.
Mundi.
They're so cute. They've got this kind of lemur tail. we looked at a lot of those.
And it's got funky faces too.
Yeah, they've got this face mask.
Love to see it. Yeah, I just, yeah, the overall look of all of these new species is just fantastic. But we're going to exit out of this. Oh, one of my dinosaurs is not doing. No, they're fine. Never mind. Exit out of our cinematic camera here. So we're going to talk briefly about the free update, and then we're going to talk more about the feathered species. So first off, that we want to touch on are the new dome viewing galleries, which are, as you can see, new viewing galleries that you can place inside of your enclosures, which then allow your guests to have a full 360-degree view of what's happening
cool.
around them. Really cool. I mean, I would love to go into one of these.
Yeah.
If it was a real thing, I would be terrified of something smashing through the glass.
Yeah.
But, you know.
It's like an aquarium tunnel. You're
Yeah,
kind of
or swimming with
drowning.
sharks.
Yes.
Yeah, you're just sort of, you know, living for the thrill of the danger, I guess.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, if you place down these, you connect them up using a tunnel to a little entrance right here. And, of course, if you go into first-person view, you can just
Ooh.
walk up to it, boom, and you're in it.
Oh,
And then you look
That's
around, and there's the Tyrannus, I think. Yes,
Yeah.
that's the Tyrannus. And there's the Tyrannus just walking around. And the rest of them
Like a
are
smaller.
hiding, I think, somewhere.
well, it's kind of like going to a real zoo, and you go and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I want to see the lions, yay! And then you're like, where are they?
They're always inside.
Yeah, they're like sleeping.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like this is sort of the Jurassic version of if you go to a zoo and there's a meerkat exhibit where you like pop your head up in like a little dome
Oh, I know
thing
those.
to
Yeah.
see them.
Those
Yeah,
are great.
Kind of kind of a similar thing.
And then a big Tyrannus like tries to eat the person
Yeah.
in the
And
dome,
you're
and he's
like,
just like, "Arr."
Another thing we've added in are these new log viewing galleries. So now you can make your own T-Rex kingdom if that is your thing. I just noticed
They've got haircut
the
on.
air conditioning units
Yeah.
on the side
yeah,
here,
that's a good
Luxury.
idea.
as well as the camera, and I was like, that's the level of detail that I
Yeah.
love that we put into this game.
Fancy that in my house?
That would
Yeah.
get very warm. I'm glad there is aircon.
Yeah, especially with this glass. Like, imagine
Yeah.
the sun just baking
Oh.
this glass all the time.
Especially if you're on like a desert map or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, also same thing. You can just jump into it and look around. And I think in this enclosure, I have there they are right there,
Oh.
Sinusaropteryx,
Disappearing into the meat.
having a snack. We love to see
Absolute
it.
feast.
Yes.
They're so chuffed.
And similar thing to the dome viewing gallery, they connect up to a remote entrance, and then your guests just walk in via tunnel. Very, very quick and easy. Let's see, we showed off cinematic camera mode. We have some new zipline variants. I just realized that I didn't choose all styles, so we only have access to the Jurassic World zipline. So
We have more of them though.
Yeah.
dumb choice me, but we do have more of them. So there are DFW and Jurassic Park zip lines. I'm not sure if I'd take the zip lines rides myself,
Over
but
the Tyrannus exhibit.
it is right over the Tyrannus exhibit, absolutely. But you can,
For the adrenaline
No, it's-
junkies.
yeah, for the
Yeah.
adrenaline junkies. So I have one going
Hold on for
over
your
the
life.
Yeah.
Jlopterus here, and then slightly over the Tyrannus exhibit right here. We can do it virtually,
The
even if
corner
we
of
can't do it
death.
IRL. Sorry?
The corner of death.
The corner of death, yeah, absolutely. So, you know, be careful of what you see below you. Since obviously this is sandbox mode, I had to show off the new square maps that are quite sizable, and I'm taking up about, a small piece of it right here. My park may not have much in terms of looks, but it's got the thing it needs.
It's in development, yeah.
It's got it where it counts, much like the Millennium Falcon, and it's got the dinosaurs. It's utilitarian for so far. So we've added 6 new square levels in sandbox mode based on the different biomes, and there are also some square levels based on Southwest USA, San Diego, and the California levels. So you can just go hot wild, and I think these might be some of the bigger maps or biggest maps in the game. So for all you sandbox players out there who really like to get creative, here you go. This is what you can. Here's a way to just let go and be creative. Another thing that we want to mention here, it's in my notes, is the new unlimited feeder setting, which is something that the players have been asking for quite a while. I just need to find where it is. Yes, unlimited feeder reserves. Basically, keep it on. You never run out of anything. And we were talking about this before the stream started. My personal headcanon is that Jurassic Park and World just clones all the goats.
Yeah.
Because how else would you have not destroyed the entire goat population all over the world? That is my headcanon, at least.
It's kind of like they eat the same goat every time.
Yes. Yeah. Not a lot of food variety, I guess. No, but let's not get into that. That's a whole other kettle of fish.
Practicalities.
Practicalities. So yeah, that is a lot of. I think a lot of sandbox players are going to be happy that we've added that in. And another thing that I realized as I was looking through the patch notes this morning and getting them ready is a fun new thing for flying reptiles. This is another thing that people have asked us for a bit. Because it used to be that you could only release your flying reptiles into the aviaries. And, I figured that's where they should be kept. Yeah. But with this update, you can now just release them anywhere via helicopter.
No.
Chaos.
So if you want to, you can just release a Quetzalcoatlus into your park, like I'm doing right
here.
And just unleash a bit of chaos. I'm actually going to... All right,
a healthy level of stress is good for the mind.
Keeps you,
Yeah, exactly.
Keeps you sharp.
Yeah, adrenaline, a bit of adrenaline never killed anyone.
They're getting some cardio in, all the guests.
Yeah.
Good to try that out and see if the emergency measures all working properly.
Exactly. So I'm just gonna have my helicopter place down this Quetzalcoatlus here.
A bit droopy.
Floppy.
It'll be fine.
Floppy man.
And just needs to wake up a bit, and there it is. Boom.
Off it goes.
Wild Quetzalcoatlus. Off it goes to build its territory.
It's a feature in the park. It's on the posters.
Yes.
Come get eaten by a...
Come get potentially eaten by Quetzalcoatlus. Come put your life in danger in Jurassic Park, California. I think this is California map. I don't remember, actually. But yeah, no, this is 100% now a thing you can do, a legitimate feature that we added to the game because people asked for it. Yeah. It is 100% a feature. But I'm going to...
I love it.
Just do... hold on, what's the right button? There we go.
Shoot him out of the sky?
Boom. Yes, I'm going to sell him to the highest bidder.
Oh, no.
So I'm just going to make sure that this gets sorted.
It's all about money.
That is now a thing you can do. Because I know that there's a lot of players out there who love to build sort of, not sanctuary things.
Like wildlife reserve?
Thank you. Yeah. Wildlife reserves. Yes, nature reserves. So that is why we're doing this here.
I think that's the best approach you could do with a bunch of wild escaped dinosaurs.
You can let the Quetzal be. He's not doing anything.
Yeah.
Right now, yes, but then once the guests appear, nice little flop there, and emergency over. Cool. And obviously, you can read all of the patch notes and things over on our website or on our forums. So just head on over there, and you'll find the full patch notes. I think our mods might also be able to put some links in the chat down there if you're looking for that. So I think then we can talk about a quality of life update that I find to be quite adorable. And that is that we're also going to show you a video, actually. So we're going to show a video right here.
Oh.
First world premiere of this thing doing something new. So the certain small dinosaurs now will raise their heads above water when walking through water. So here we have the Chunkingosaurus keeping its head above water.
Great.
I think it's a cute little just extra
You're
addition.
doing a great job.
Yeah,
I'm very
it's
proud
just-
of them.
Yeah, because it used to be they would just sort of walk through it, and now
Yeah.
they raise their head to add
Aw.
that little bit of verisimilitude to the game. And I have noticed a couple of people have been asking, what about the very, very tiny dinosaurs? They will generally navigate around water, so they won't just go into the water. They will just navigate around it. They will go up to water to drink, obviously, but they won't just go through it now. So keep in mind when you're designing your enclosures. But yeah, that is the Chunkingosaurus, and I think there's a whole list
chunky.
of I think there's a whole list of dinosaurs, but I don't have it right now. But yeah,
Lovely
there's
Chunkingosaurus.
several dinosaurs that will do it. So it definitely includes the Chunkingosaurus, which we just saw. Right. Another thing to mention from the sort of quality of life things side of things is that toilets, amenities, and shelters will be built instantly in your parks, which is very handy if you're need to get those things up quickly. And another cool thing, if we can jump back into the game view here, Adam, is, and I know this has also been requested by certain members of the community, there is now a multi-place feature. Because it used to be, you have your shelter, you place it down, and then that was the one shelter you placed, and that was it. But now, if you, for example, want to place multiple emergency shelters, you hold down Control, and just click away.
That's perfect for when people release all the avian
Yes.
reptiles
Yeah.
into the.
Exactly. You'll be like, oh no, I need more. I need more of these shelters.
Yeah.
Let's just do it. So that is for. I think that also is available for pretty much everything that previously used to be one thing.
Sweet.
So, for example, you can do it with your viewing galleries.
I'm going to use that a lot.
Same thing. So I want a viewing gallery there, and I want a viewing gallery. Well, can't place it there, but here, for example, I can put one there. So it works for multiple types of buildings.
Very
Best
cool.
update so far, says Beast Edits. Thank you very much. And I just hook them up to my paths here. And come on. We're good to go. Oh, there's a lot of congestion here. I'll sort that
Well,
later.
we just put down more viewing galleries.
I just put
so
down more
that
viewing
should help.
galleries, so it's it's going to be very popular. But yeah, so if you, I think it's RB1 according to Je Play and Watch over on chat. So that is also available on console. It's available across the board.
Nice.
And we got some UI changes as well. If you're placing down rocks, for example, you have the random rock placement button,
That's cool.
I love random.
which people went very excited. People were very excited about this, and when we showed it off in the last live stream.
You know, I built a lot of sandbox parks.
Yeah.
And rocks is a big thing.
Absolutely, yeah.
You place down loads of rocks.
I do like a bit of randomization, so you don't
Yeah.
need to make the active choice. It just sort of
So it changes the
Plop
size as
something
well.
down.
Yeah.
it's like different
How
ones.
cool is that? Yeah, you
Random
made a
tiger
little-
rock, random desert rock. It changes size, rotation, changes everything. It's
Oh,
really
so useful.
I like
Very
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a quality of life.
And finally, for park managers who want a more customizable managed view, we've added some view toggles for various things. For example, for hold on, where is it? For feeders, you can toggle ranger post visits. You can toggle for monorail tours. A bunch of different things you can do for different things in your parks when you mess around in the UI. So yeah, that's a full list of that over on our forums and on our website. So check that out there. All right, now what you've all been waiting for. Let's head on over to these prehistoric species, and we're gonna first take a look at the species field guide for none other than the Tyrannus, in case you missed it the first time around. So that's a negative on the Tyrannus species field guide from our producer Adam. Well, then we will jump right over then to the. Actually, we're going to do one of our giveaways. And speaking of feathers, I'm going to put this away for a bit.
You're going to give away some feathers?
No, I wish we could give away some feathers. That'd be fun if we had dinosaur feathers. We're going to give away some Jurassic World Evolution 2 bundles. We're going to do one now, and we're going to do one later. And the Jurassic World Evolution 2 bundles includes the backpack you can see on the shelf right there next to the keyboard. It includes a water bottle, which you can see right here. It includes a Jurassic World Evolution 2 mug, which you can see here. It has the amazing Jurassic World Evolution 2 logo, as well as the Fish and Wildlife DFW logo on the other side. And there's going to be some pins in there as well as a notebook, which is not visible right now, but it is a notebook. You write notes in it. That's what you do with it. So we're going to kick that giveaway off right now. And we're going to... Hold on, give me a second. Yes, so to enter the giveaway, I'm going to give you all a keyword that you will need to type out in chat, and the giveaway will close in about 5 minutes. So that is going to be at 12:45 BST, British Summertime, which is the current time zone that I'm in right now. So in 5 minutes at hour and 45 your time zone. We will pick 2 winners to win this bundle of prizes. It is a Twitch channel only competition, so head on over to twitch.tv/frontier, and geographical restrictions will apply. So you can check the full TNCs over on frontier.co.uk/legal, and we'll also post this information in chat. And the keyword to type in is !feathers, !feathers. And if you're a winner, we will DM you on Twitch. We will send you a whisper on Twitch and from the official Frontier account. So make sure your Twitch whispers are open and not set to private, because we've had some trouble in the past about that stuff. And so that kicks off now. And for the next 5 minutes, that's going to run over on our Twitch channel. And thanks to my amazing colleague, Fran, we got the list of the dinosaurs that's going to keep their head above water. So it includes dinosaurs like Triceratops, Chasmosaurus, Chunkingosaurus, Crichtonsaurus, Giganspinosaurus. I'm always terrible at that specific one. Kentrosaurus, Nodosaurus, Polacanthus, Sauropelta, Styracosaurus, Indoraptor, Euplocephalus, Nasutoceratops, Pachyrhinosaurus, and Monolophosaurus.
Can you say that again really fast?
No.
How many
I wish. Usually I would yes and, but I don't think I'm going to be able to this time around. Okay. While that giveaway is running over on Twitch, I think we can then start looking at these feathered species. For real. Yes. So we on our if you've been following us over on our socials, we did a fun little tracking campaign narrative where we helped where people helped us sort of find these species and identify them. It started off, I believe, with the Tyrannus, which I think should appear on the screen very, very shortly.
Yes.
There it is.
Oh,
so this is what we...
really confused.
Yes, this is what we sort of started with. This was our first teaser before the DLC was revealed, which then, of course, resulted in the reveal the day after. So this would be the teaser for the Tyrannus, and then, of course, the full reveal of the Tyrannus later on. And I think then we should have a release animation for the Tyrannus right now. Yeah, there it is.
So look at him.
Oh,
so chunky.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. And I love the, I mean, obviously they have a lot of different skin and body and pattern colors, but yeah, the sort of tiger stripes and the white and the black look really, really good with each other. So excellent choice to whoever made that little video clip. Yeah, the Tyrannus, one of the largest known feathered carnivores, and means feathered tyrant. So let's head on over to the game and take a look at the Tyrannus. Where did I place it?
Can I share a fun fact?
Yes, please.
It's, the Tyrannus, I believe, was one of the first theropods that was discovered with fossilized feathers, fossilized filaments. Cool. So we know for sure they were feathered because it was fossilized. And then once they discovered that, they started thinking, well, what other tyrannosaurids?
I thought Sino was like the very first, wasn't it?
Yeah, so in terms of tyrannosaurids, Tyrannus is somewhat related to the T-Rex
Right,
from
yeah,
that
right.
broad
Like a-
family. And I think it was the Tyrannus that then raised the question of maybe the T-Rex had some fluff. And then in
interesting.
Dominion, we have
Yeah.
a very cool,
Yes, absolutely.
wispy, feathery T-Rex. They were very, yeah. The Tyrannus lived in a more temperate environment, so it had to be a bit more fluffy.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh,
That makes sense.
yeah, there it is.
There she goes.
There she goes. I just love all the different body and color variation,
Yeah.
body and pattern color variations always look so good. And I think with this pack in particular, it was just knocked right out of the park because all the different species look. I mean, obviously they look so distinct from each other on just like a species level, but just when you add in the different colors and everything,
Yeah.
it's just wild how different they can look.
It was a lot of fun working on the body of this guy because I think you did the face for the ET,
Yeah,
right?
do you mean the pattern?
Yeah, the patterns.
Yeah, we kind of collaborated on the
Yeah, so this was
the
like
pattern.
a sort of a real team effort on the
Yeah.
ET basically, which was a lot of fun just trying out some of those different colors, and the character guys did a really good job on
Yeah,
this.
absolutely. And it's, yeah, the way it moves around, the way it looks, like the sort of tail bobbing as well, and it's absolutely amazing work. I do believe that we have about, let's see, 30 seconds left on the giveaway. So if you haven't joined the giveaway yet, head on over to twitch.tv/frontier and type in !feathers with an S at the end, feathers, all lowercase, and you'll be entered to win a backpack, a water bottle, a mug, a notebook, and some lovely, amazing pins, all from Jurassic World Evolution 2. I think then we can move on in our sort of dinosaur tracking quest to the Jlopterus, and I believe then that there should be another visual right here. So this was the teaser image for the Jlopterus, very sort of butterfly-esque,
Yeah.
which I really, really enjoy. So let's take a look at the release animation. Oh, they're so small. They're so cute.
Look at him go.
Look at them go.
Oh, it's like they're being released into the room.
I mean, yeah, kind
Aw.
of.
I like that one a lot.
Yay.
I love how the camera keeps zooming in to find out.
Yeah,
where
it's
they
just
are.
like, oh, where is it? Well, a bit closer. Bit closer. And that is the end of the giveaway. And I think then that we can draw some winners here. So if our producer, I believe it is either our producer Adam or it is someone from the community team. So that is TheoDN_DK has been drawn as the first winner of this
congrats.
giveaway. And then I think there's going to be one more. But yeah, congratulations to TheoDN_DK and to Maskling BLS. Congratulations, you are the winners of this incredible bundle of prizes, and you'll get a whisper from us over on Twitch very, very shortly. Let's then head on over and talk to the game and talk about the Jlopterus.
Oh, he's landing.
Oh, it's landing.
Oh,
Yeah!
Touchdown.
Perfect
Well
timing.
done.
Shame it's in the shadows, but you can't have everything. So yeah, the Jlopterus. Who wants to tell me about the Jlopterus? I think you, Brian, may have been the person to work on it the most.
not exactly, because
You
you
made the
designed.
pattern.
I made the pattern. You designed the creature for
Oh,
the
Yeah.
most
okay.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Let's-
a.
Maybe we'll start with you, and then we go into the colors.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, in case some people might not know straight away that this is actually a pterosaur.
Right, yes.
It's from
flying
that
reptile.
family. Yeah, it's flying. Even though it looks like a squirrel or like a mammal, it's actually a
It does give off that feeling.
yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Hamter.
Gremlin.
I'm gonna
Put in a box.
butcher this name. It's an
What is it?
anognathed.
Anognathed, yes.
Yeah.
I think that's
It's
the
one thing when you see it written down. It's a whole other thing when you realize,
Yeah.
oh, I have to pronounce this now. This is, yeah.
Yeah, that's the family, and it's a family of like these small, kind of gremlin type pterosaurs, and they were all quite fluffy
Yes.
and very cute.
very frog
That's,
mouthy almost.
yeah, that's scientifically known that they were cute. It's a fact.
Cute fact.
Cute.
There we go. And you can see here the size of them is quite small compared to some of the other flying reptiles. But I think that's what makes them more adorable.
Yeah.
I would say so. I mean,
Yeah.
if you could technically sort of hold it, right?
Yeah,
If it was in front of you, just sort of hug it like a big fluffy bat.
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities here to. I'm going to see if I can find one. There we go. There's a lot of similarities to
so
both.
pretty.
There's like
I think that
two
might be the
main
original
similarities I find here. There's bats and there's butterflies or moths.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for the patterning, I mean, this looks like a butterfly.
Yeah.
It was partially indeed based off of moths more specifically, because those tend to be a lot fluffier, and I wanted something that had something with a bit of a similar feel. But indeed, that's also where I got the inspiration to incorporate some of those eyes and some of those nicer colors to make it really stand out a bit more compared to just another sort of regular brown fluffy boy.
Yeah.
The
or
eye
girl,
mimic
actually.
is really cool on the pattern. Like
Yeah.
you can kind of imagine it might have scared off any predators.
Oh, you can see it cleaning himself.
Oh.
Herself. Oh, it's so cute. I mean, my favorite thing is always, people who watch our streams know this, my favorite thing is always to just make as many dinosaurs as possible, or species as possible, in a hatchery, set them all to random body color, random
Yeah.
pattern color, and then just release them as often as I can.
Just a
and just
rainbow.
see all the,
Release the rainbow horde, yes.
yeah, see the differences
army.
that I could see. And just, yeah, the colors is just absolutely mind-blowing.
You know, one thing I should mention about the
Look at this.
Jlopterus. Oh, so pretty.
yeah.
It's very red. I love
One of
it.
the design influences was owls, and
Oh, yeah.
also this one bird called a nightjar.
Okay.
Right.
I recommend people look that up because it's such a cute bird. It's got what looks like ears on its
Right.
head, but it's actually little tufts of feathers.
Yeah, you can, there's a
Yeah, they
slight
stick
like
up, right?
bump
Kind of
thing
like, yeah.
here.
I
Yeah.
remember,
So not actual ears, so they're not real ears.
you can't hear with them.
Yeah,
Sure.
no, it's
Can't
just
deal
little
with them.
tufts of
That's interesting.
feathers.
Yeah.
So it was quite inspired by owls and
Mr. Zorn did ask, is that a bat? This is the Jlopterus,
Basically,
one of the
yeah.
new creatures coming in the feathered species pack.
It's a lot like a bat,
But,
isn't it?
it's a
there are
Mesozoic
some,
bat.
there have been some similarities. There's been some inspiration drawn. I like his little tail as
Yeah.
well.
It's
very
easy
cute.
to miss, but I really like the little, it's a little
Yeah.
fluff
Pom
bit.
pom.
Yeah, it's a pom pom,
It's like a pom-pom,
basically.
yeah. It's kind of like a tiny lion
Yeah.
tail, but very shrunken.
He came
down.
back from the dog hairdresser.
Didn't give him a mohawk though.
Oh.
No, maybe next time. A little comment here from Ulrich saying, I've seen nightjars displaying at dusk. It was the most amazing and eerie experiences I've ever had in bird watching. So, yeah.
I'd
Now
love
I'm
to
jealous.
see one. Yeah, I need
Yeah.
to find out where they are. I don't know where
could be
they're at. What country?
I think we're going to jump into our second giveaway for today, and then we're going to take a look
Ooh.
at the remaining two feathered species from the feathered species pack. So, like before, there's going to be a Twitch-only giveaway. Hold on, I'm just going to find the terms and conditions right here. And it's going to run for about 5 minutes, starting from now. Just checking the time. Starting from now, and will last until 12:56 BST, or hour 56, whatever your time zone is. And as I said before, it is going to be a Twitch-only giveaway, so head on over to twitch.tv/frontier, and the geographical restrictions apply as well for the second giveaway. Prices are the same as before, so you get the backpack, you get the water bottle, you get the notebook, you get the mug, and you get the lovely pins as well. And full details and T&Cs are on our website, frontier.co.uk/legal. If you're a winner, we will send you a Twitch DM/whisper from the Frontier account, so make sure that you watch out for that. And the keyword you will need this time around is !Tyrannus.
Oh,
That's
I need to spell it out.
Y-U-T-Y anus.
Two N's.
Two N's.
Two N's.
Yeah.
U at the end. Yeah.
Tyrannus. And
Yeah.
if you're
Now you're getting me
unsure about the... Yeah, exactly. Now I'm confused as well.
Why
If you are
U-T.
unsure, if you're unsure about the spelling, it is
Google it.
YUTYRANNUS. Or you can look it up on Google, which I usually do anyway.
I'm
Safe
very
bet.
grateful for Google spell check autocorrect.
Oh, same.
When I was looking at this fella, the Jlopterus,
Yeah.
it took me ages to learn how to actually spell it. So I would just kind of put J blah, 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 like into Google.
Yeah.
You just hope it autocorrects.
Yeah, somehow it did find it in the end.
I mean, Google knows. It knows somehow. I think then we can move on to our next feathered species, and there should be another tracking quest. So the next up in our tracking quest
That looks
was something I
could that
think
be?
a lot of people have been joining the stream for, because I remember when we first started the stream, a lot of people said, "I'm only here for X," and that would be the Dinocyrus. So let's take a look at the release animation for Dinocyrus. Going from something very small
something
to
very
something
tall.
very big. Oh, look at those
Big
hands. Big hands.
Big scratch hands. That is what it's named after, actually.
Oh, really?
Well,
Yeah. If I remember
Do
correctly.
you remember the fun fact?
Oh, what you mean apart from the fact that they are like the tallest arms in a bipedal dinosaur that
really?
they found? Or
Wow.
I think so, yeah.
All right.
Dinosaurs.
When they first discovered the fossils for the Dinocyrus, they only had the arms.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
And
right.
when you look at a fossil of the arms, it looks like the scariest thing you've ever seen because they're about, I think it's like much bigger than a person.
Yes, and
Yeah.
they also made the original sort of reconstruction. Some of them looked very creepy,
Yeah.
and I think it was 2014. Don't quote me on that. That's when they found the rest, and you can see a very stark and distinct
changed the
difference.
image,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can see a very distinct difference between what they thought it looked like before
Oh,
and
yeah.
after.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something. I think the name was something like
It's like terrible hands.
Terrible
I think.
Hands. Yes,
Huh.
Terrible Hands. I think that was
Yeah.
the one. Yeah.
I think they're lovely hands.
Yeah,
so
they
too.
look great. And again, really displaying right here,
Yeah.
as you can see in game, the difference in the color variations of it. Because like we have, oh, hold on.
Very screechy also.
This one here, which is using the Svalbard body color and the blank pattern.
I do like
And
the
then,
blue ones. Yeah.
ooh, this one right here, using the,
It's like a
sorry,
Russian
that was
blue.
the wrong one. This one, come on.
Okay, slightly paler. I think.
Yeah. And then this one being
The yellow.
color green, using the Gambia River Basin and Pelophylax coloration, which absolutely incredible stuff. And yeah, the Dinocyrus, it's very big.
That
it's
green
so
yellow
big.
one really makes it look like a giant duck. Really
Yes, for
accentuates
sure.
the
Yes.
duckling vibe.
It's the big sort of beak bill thing it's got going on, which I think is absolutely fantastic and charming and altogether really, really great. And I think this is the game, if I'm remembering correctly, this should be the game's second that has a sort of multiple, like you can eat
Like
multiple
a dual
things.
diet thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it will
That's
eat
true.
both. It will
Fish
eat
and
both
plants.
fish
Yeah.
and plants. And
Very
it is
balanced.
yeah, balanced diet. You get
Balanced
some
diet.
protein, you get
Yeah.
some veggies in. That's
Great.
it. And I believe it is the only one in the game that has a vegetable and piscivore diet, if I remember my stats correctly.
I think you're right. Yes, I think you're right.
It's one of a kind. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Technically, they all are, aren't they?
Yes, for sure. If you ignore the cloning parts.
That's why you have the different colors.
Yeah.
You don't notice it as much. It's a different
Absolutely.
paint job.
But there. Oh, let's see.
Oh,
Oh,
Is it eating time? It's food time.
no.
nom.
No.
Chomp.
No.
It reminds me a little bit of my cat when we try to play with him, and he's just like, all right, what can I?
Does your cat not use its arms? It's just
He does
just the head?
sometimes. He does sometimes, but and that is going to be the end of the second giveaway as well. If you join us over on twitch.tv/frontier, the giveaway should be over now. And I do believe our producer Adam can give me the names of the winners. The first one being Lapihuka, which I think might be a Finnish name. And the second one being H_NGM_N03. You have been drawn as winners of the
rolls off the
giveaway.
tongue.
Just rolls off the tongue, absolutely. I've said this before. Oh my God! Look at oh, it did a thing. I've said this
Yeah,
before. I often
I
want to
missed the
know. I want to know what
Look,
people's
It's
stories
wet. Do you
behind
see
that.
how its lower
It just
body
kind
is now wet?
of reared up,
Ah,
and
yeah.
I love the. And look at the feathers and everything.
If anyone is, you happen to go to the hairdresser and you want to get your hair dyed, just, show them a photo of the Dinocyrus.
And then he'll ask why the long face. It's
Yeah.
like he was born like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love the frosted tips they have on the
Ah, yeah,
tail.
yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, you can see a bit
That's a
of.
great touch. Yeah.
You can see a bit of it
The,
right
the
here.
other one had like green tips on the. Very cool. Yeah.
They look absolutely incredible.
Show that to your hairdresser.
For anyone worried about the size, you can see that they are quite sizable. They are quite big dinosaurs. So let's then go from something very big to something very small again. I believe it is
That's
time.
a theme in the pack.
It is very much a theme, yes. There's something that's very big and there's a few things that's very small.
Gotta keep it varied.
Let's head on over and take a look at the Sinus. I'm going to need a moment here. The Sinoceropteryx.
Yes.
That's
Perfect.
correct.
There we go. Thank you. Which
so
is this was the tracking quest for the Sinoceropteryx
Just
with
a
its
lemur.
nice big fluffy tail, and
Now we just need videos of them walking backwards through
to
the
look
grass.
like dinosaurs. Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And let's take a look at the release animations.
I think this might be my favorite animation.
Yeah, it's really good. They look so curious about everything once they come out.
I really like the little faces. They just the big eyes.
Oh, friend.
The tail bobbing is really good. The head bobbing is really
Also
good.
notice the tiny little grabby hands that they've got.
Yep.
That
grabby
was
hands.
something I paid attention to in the design. I told the character artist they need to have little grabby hands. Here's some reference photos of raccoon hands.
Here are some grabby
That
hands.
Yeah, yeah.
Make them
sounds like-
grabby.
It sounds like you had the right priorities
Yeah.
there.
Yep. So of course we have our Sinoceropteryx right here. I realized after I built this enclosure that I built one that was way too big for them, so I threw in some Edmontosauruses as well, just to
Keep them company.
keep them company a little bit. But
Yeah.
there should be about
Big
a
friend,
dozen
small
of them.
friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, big friend, small friend. Big friend, small friend. Whew. You know how your mouth sometimes just
Yeah.
talks and your brain doesn't keep up? It's like that.
That's most of the day for me. then.
Exactly, yeah, same. But yeah, they are just the perfect little things.
They're just perfect. Look at them.
Oh,
Yeah.
I really
And-
like this color.
Perfect pet. Tell me that's not like
No, I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, it might scratch you a
And
little
like,
bit.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
that's not unusual.
that's
True.
give-
Some
given,
people
yeah.
have tigers as pets.
They shouldn't,
This is
but-
better. They shouldn't, but this is better.
I think this. Yeah, this would be slightly more suitable. But
Sinoceropteryx, small meat-eating dinosaur covered with delicate hair-like feathers and a nice striped, fluffy tail. I'm just blown away by the differences in sort of feather texture or feather
Yeah.
type, because like we have the Pyroraptor, which really looks like a bird,
Very
and then very feathery.
And it's got flight feathers, like the
Exactly,
birds
yeah.
look wing-like.
Yeah.
The wings look bird-like. Wow.
Absolutely. And then Jlopterus looks more like a butterfly bat. We've got the Sinoceropteryx looking the way it does.
Fluffy.
We got the Dinocyrus also being very, very fluffy, very big. And it's the variations in feathers and things. It really just blows my mind how these different
it
dinosaurs
feels
or
like the
creatures
the
can look.
Sinoceropteryx has softer fur
Yeah.
than the Tyrannus.
Shorter
or the-
also, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it time for
except for
fun
the tail.
facts?
Yeah, absolutely. If you have a fun fact to share, please.
Yes.
Fun facts, please. Yes.
Well, what's interesting about the Sinoceropteryx
Hmm.
is the reasoning we gave it that specific patterning is because the fossil that was discovered for it is so cool.
Oh.
So it was fossilized, it was preserved with fur.
Oh, that's
Still
so rad.
Right.
embedded in the stone. It's so beautiful. And they could see from the fossil, they analyzed it, and they could see that it had stripes along the tail. They could see it had like a darker band
Yeah.
and then a lighter one. And when they took an even closer look, they could analyze they had preserved, I think it's melanin cells.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, when I looked into it, they tested it with some sort of.
Mega microscope or something.
No, I think they also used like a sort of chemical test that they could sort of test which color it sort of gave back to them. I don't know the specifics because I'm not a
Yeah.
scientist, but yeah, they really went into it to
Yeah.
look at what that color might have been.
They saw I think the melanin type that it had
Yeah.
essentially told them that the Sino in real life would have had a very red, autumnal, brown kind of color
Yeah.
around that range. And it also would have had counter shading, like we gave the Sino. Counter shading is when the
Bright belly.
the
kind of-
underbelly, like the belly and the underside of the neck, it's like lighter color.
Right.
And it had a little raccoon-like mask. So
I was
yeah.
going to say the mask was going to be my next sort of touch
Yeah.
point here. I love the little mask around its eyes, and the coloration on
yeah.
the front and the stomach also looks very absolutely incredible. It's just
It's got a little bandit.
as you in the Tyrannus
it's
says,
the
I like
bandit.
their colors. Me too. I really do.
Me too.
There was I think someone said what was it? Lystrosaurus, Homalocephali, Morus Intrepidus, and Sinoceropteryx. It's the battle of the adorables. Who will win? I just can't we just have them all get along? That would be better, wouldn't it? But yeah.
I mean, if they're all meant to be cute, you'd want them to get along.
For sure,
They could
absolutely.
all be like starring in like a kids show, like a little cartoon, Jurassic Park cartoon.
Yeah, and then on the flip side, for the people who want some more action, you could have a big Tyrannosaurid boss fight. Like NASCAR. What, no, not NASCAR. They do the rallies, right, with the cars where they just ram into
gonna
each
drive
other.
around
Oh
each
yeah,
one. If
stock
they have
car
all rides
racing
on
or
it.
whatever
that
it's
one,
called. Yeah.
but with dinosaurs.
I think the Dinoceropteryx would be good because they've kind of got that hump like a camel.
True.
You could put a little saddle on it.
They've got big hands too.
And and they're really big, so like they would probably fit 2 people on them.
You might sit quite high as well, which might help you stay safe.
Absolutely. And oh, as you
Big
can see,
saddle,
these cute little guys are able to, or girls, are able to walk right underneath the vlog viewing gallery. So all the small dinosaurs, if they're small enough, can just walk underneath. Cool quality of life thing.
Yeah.
Love it.
I like this.
Some great
More of
comments from chat. Mike the King Boss saying one of the best DLCs yet. Raptor Primal 74 saying them stripes, man, he cute. Raptor Primal also says this DLC has been awesome so far. And Dreamer Crazy 123 says thank you for the effort and research put into this. So
It was like
fun,
it was
yeah.
an excuse really. Like
Yeah.
finally I get to spend my day just reading about dinosaurs.
Looking at dinosaur pictures.
Yeah.
looking
I mean
at
that is the best part of this job. I feel like for a while I just had. I had the quotes section from IMDb for Jurassic Park 1 on almost like speed dial in Google Chrome because I kept needing to reference the film quotes for things that I were writing.
Nice.
Oh no, I guess I have to rewatch the film again. Oh.
Yeah, oh no,
Oh, no.
shame. Oh no.
Yeah,
Now
I have to look at all these photos of raccoons today.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, looking at cute animals. It's for a dinosaur, I swear.
How many?
It's for work.
How many tropical animals have we seen again? Oh right.
All right, I do think that is going to be it for this here launch live stream. An hour just flew by.
I know.
Absolutely flew by.
Like it never happened
Like
almost.
the Jlopterus.
That yes, because it flies. Very good, very good.
Winging it. I like it.
Very well done. We should have you back on stream more often. Absolutely. But yeah, to summarize,
More puns,
there's a
more
lot to
better.
summarize. The Feathered Species Pack is out now. Free Update 6 also out now. And you can purchase the DLC wherever fine Jurassic World Evolution 2 DLC is sold. And the free update is free, so just update your game and you should have it.
Yeah.
Amazing, incredible. Video games, how do they work? I don't know. And thank you so much to
Magic.
Emma and Brian for, actually it's technology, but any technology advanced enough is indistinguishable from magic.
Yeah.
This is true.
So there it is. But yeah, thank you so much to Emma and Brian
Thanks
for
for
joining
having
me
us.
My pleasure.
on the stream. This was a lot of fun. I would love to have you back on stream in the future as well.
Sure.
So we're going to take a look at that. Thank you to the mods for moderating, of course. Thank you to Adam for being an amazing producer behind the scenes. Thank you everyone at home for watching. And of course, thank you to the rest of the community team for being an amazing support for me while I do these live streams and sending me things on Teams and whatever. As I said before, the Feathered Species Pack is out now. Update 6 is out now, free for everyone. And we're going to play the trailer one more time. But so we're going to say goodbye. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Attention, park managers. Prepare to welcome some new feathered species into your park. The Dinocheirus is a heavily built, large animal featuring a striking feathered ridge, an elongated snout, and 2 gigantic forelimbs. Its impressive size provides helpful defensive capabilities. The Jlopterus. Its large eyes, multicolored feathers, and tiny frame make for quite the eye-catching addition to your park. A generous wingspan enables precision in flight maneuvers, and its extra-long claws ensure a smooth landing. The Sinoceropteryx, small, agile, carnivorous. Up against one, prey might stand a chance, but against a pack, perhaps it won't be so lucky. The Tyrannus sports 2 sharp horns and is almost entirely covered in feathers. They're known to instill fear into their enemies with their ferocious roar.